Hi everyone, I'm starting a Spring AI series, and in today's video we will build our first AI powered Spring Boot application using Spring AI in just few minutes. So please watch this video till the end. In this tutorial I'll focus on the challenges of LLM integration, what Spring AI is and why it matters, and how you make your first LLM call with Spring AI. AI is truly everywhere, whether it is the tool we use to code or the RAG based search engines we build. Every modern app is becoming an AI app. So, how do we integrate these capability into the Spring ecosystem? First, let's look at the hurdles holding developers back. Then, we will dive into how Spring AI unifies the entire process. Now, let's discuss the challenge of LLM integration, right? So the first challenge is every LLM provider, be it OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Meta, has their own proprietary SDK and unique JSON format. So if you want to integrate with OpenAI, so they have certain request and response format. If you want to integrate with Anthropic or Meta model, they have their own uh, response and request format, right? So if you want to switch from OpenAI, let's assume you have integrated with OpenAI and you want to switch uh, to Anthropic, you don't just have to manage the endpoint. You have to rewrite your data models, change your authentication logic, and update your response handling, right? So this create a massive vendor lock-in, making your application brittle and hard to maintain. So I mean, there are other challenges as well. Don't worry, we will cover advanced challenges like structured output, drag in the upcoming videos of the series. But to understand why of Spring AI, you first have to understand these two main pain points. So, how do we fix it? How do we stop our code from becoming a tangled mess of different API client? So, by using Spring AI. So Spring AI is not just another library, it's a unified abstraction layer built specifically for the Java ecosystem. So instead of dealing with OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Meta models, contract, you simply interact with a single Java interface, that is chat client, right? And it will abstract all the complexity of request, response, authentication, etc. Right? So this will become much clearer once we do the hands-on exercises. Now let's get our hands dirty and write some Spring AI code. To get started, we will use a Spring initializer. So start with, simply type start.spring.io and hit enter. You will land on this web page. I mean, the Spring initializer is the fastest way to get a production ready folder structure, right? So, I keep this language, this dependency management Maven as it is. For Spring Boot, I'm choosing 3.5.13, and in group, instead of example, I'm writing, let's say, Spring AI, and in artifacts, I'm writing, let's say, learning, and the packaging configuration and the Java version, I'm keeping as it is. So for dependencies section, we only need two dependencies. One is the Spring Web, because we needed this dependencies for exposing a REST API, and second one is OpenAI. So simply type AI, and you can see Spring AI supports a lot of I mean different models, be it from Azure, Mistral, Anthropic, Azure, right? So simply search Open AI, right? So we'll select this Open AI. So by adding Spring AI, by adding this Open AI dependency, we are telling Spring to bring in all the auto configuration magic which we needed to talk to GPT models without writing custom HTTP clients, right? So we already discussed this part. Then simply click the generate, and it will give you the downloadable, the zip structure of this project, right? Unzip it, and you can simply import in your IDE, right? Next, we need OpenAI secret key, right? We'll create this OpenAI secret key also before before proceeding to write a code, right? To follow along with this demo, you are going to need an OpenAI API key. If you don't have one yet, don't worry, it only takes a minute to set up. Head over to platform.openai.com and let me click. Make sure you go to the platform side, not the standard chat GPT side, right? Once you are in the dashboard, look at the left hand sidebar and click on API keys, right? From there, simply click create new secret key, right? So enter the name. So let's say I am entering a Spring AI and click on create secret key, right? So once you click it, your secret key will be generated. So OpenAI will only show this key once. Make sure you copy it and save it somewhere secure at some secure location. So I have already generated couple of OpenAI keys and I am already using it. So I'm not generating this API key. OpenAI's API key is pay as you go. So you need some credit to call their API, right? And I would suggest if you want to play with their chat models, just top up some amount and trust me, it's worth it, right? So some of you might be thinking, right, do I really have to pay OpenAI just to learn this? The answer is no. If you don't want to set up a paid account right now, I still want you to watch this demo. Why? Because the essence of Spring AI is that the code we are writing today is identical regardless of the model you are using, right? So in my next video, I'll show you how to swap OpenAI for Olama, which lets you run powerful models locally on your machine completely for free. So stick around to learn the logic now, and we'll demonstrate how you can run the model locally and use their API in next uh, tutorial. I have imported this project in my IntelliJ, and let's look at the uh, POM XML. And in POM XML, let's look at the dependency section, right? So in dependency, I want you to focus only on this dependency. So basically, it's a starter. It's a Spring AI starter. It tells the Spring Boot I am going to be using OpenAI. So go ahead, prepare all the connection logic for me automatically, right? So that's the magic of a starter dependency, right? So let's create a controller. So first I'll create a package. So it's controller, and in controller, let's create a class that is it's write it as chat controller, right? So in chat controller, so it's a controller. So I am annotating as REST controller, and let's create a request mapping, and I am saying let's we are exposing API, right, under slash API, right? So now Spring AI provides us a chat clients, right? So if I write private final chat client, say chat clients. So it provides us a chat client which acts as a wrapper over the LLM, right? So instead of calling OpenAI or any provider directly, we use this abstraction. So this removes vendor specific complexity, which we discuss. If we integrate LLM directly, I mean, in so what are the challenges we face, right? So this abstract all the boilerplate code for connecting to different LLM. So chat client, and this dot chat client, this chat client, right? Okay, it should be public. So next, what we will do is we will expose a get API which take user query and pass them to LLM. So let's create a get mapping, right? So public, let's keep void as of now, and we are exposing a get API and taking user input. So let me say request param and take a message query from a user. So I'll take string message and annotate it with get mapping, and let's write chat. So the API endpoint is /API/chat, right? So next, we'll use this chat client, just chat client, and we'll start building the prompt. I'll discuss what is prompt, what are different types of prompt, right? All these things in detail in subsequent tutorials, right? For as of now, you can assume we'll start building a prompt, and then we'll take uh, user message. So we pass the user input to the LLM. So we'll pass this message, and then I'm initiating a call. So basically, this send the request to the LLM, right? And then when we call this content method, so it extract the actual response, right? Uh, Now, what we are doing is we are taking the user input, sending it to the LLM, and getting the response, right? And finally, we need to return the response to the client. So I'll say a response entity, right? Dot OK, and then let's keep this part inside this OK and simply return it, right? So why it is giving error? So let me check. So response entity, and then this response entity is from this is again, let me check this. So response entity for this HTTP framework, and then this is okay, right? And instead of void, we have to say response entity. Oh, it's not from chat client, so we have to use the correct import. So this is from HTTP, and what we are passing, we are simply returning the string which we receive from the LLM. So I'll write response entity and then this string part, right? This API looks good. Now we have one error which we have to resolve. Okay, now it is builder, so we have to call the build method, right? Now it's resolved. So let's go to the application.properties, and we have to set some properties here. So application name is, let's write Spring AI demo. Then we have to configure the OpenAI API key, right? So we have already created the secret key. You have to just copy and paste it. So it's just for demo purpose, but in actual production environment, you should not keep the API key or secret key in application.properties, right? So I'll paste it here. I'll not show the key in this window, right? So now the another configuration we have to do is I have to specify which model I'm going to use. So OpenAI has multiple models. So the model I am specifying here is the GPT-4o mini, right? So it's up to you which model you want to use, but for this demo I'm using GPT-4o mini, right? So let me configure this API key offline, and then we'll run this project and then initiate a call request. Call correction, instead of dash, it should be dot here, right? Then you can mention your OpenAI API key. Now everything is set. Let's run this project, and I hope you have configured the OpenAI API key. So to run this project, so I have already uh, ran once. So let me clear it and let's run it again. So I'm simply typing mvn spring call hyphen boot colon run, right? So let me run it. So now it started on port 8080, right? So let me open up Postman, and this is the API endpoint, localhost 8080 slash API slash chat. And now I'm asking, hey LLM, tell me about Spring Boot. So when I uh, send a request, you can see in the log, we receive a request, right? So it's taking time. So behind the scene, it send a request to Spring, and Spring is calling OpenAI API to get the response. So it asking to the LLM, tell me about Spring Boot, and that here is the response we get. So you can see Spring Boot is an open source Java based framework used to create standalone production grade, right? So I mean, you can see detail about the Spring Boot. So now we get the successful response, and I hope you notice in this demo we did not write any HTTP calls, any explicit HTTP calls, right? We did not parse JSON responses. We did not handle provider specific logs, right? So I mean, now you have seen the magic of Spring AI, and I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this video. So I mean, it's a request. If you like this video, simply I mean, subscribe this channel, send it to your friends, share with your friends, family, colleagues, right? So thank you for watching this tutorial.